These beats are the purest. Prove it, prove it.
All right, hello everybody. This is week 3 of the Aurora Esports Overwatch League. I'm FlamboJambo here doing play-by-play today, joined by the esteemed Yeetmeister as my co-cast.
Hello. Yes.
Today we have a big match between the Wensleydale Wendals and the Mill City Marshmallow Monsters. In my opinion, the two big boys of the league so far.
Oh, yes. Neither of them dropping like a single map even. Both coming into this finally gonna actually shed some blood, or at least get their first losses of the season.
This is true. You know what? I'm gonna be bold. I'm gonna say I think this could go one of two ways. I think this is either going to be a full sweep for one of the teams, or it's gonna go to 5 maps, and I don't think there will be an in between. So I'm
I,
excited.
I'm here for the 5 map series. I don't think it'll be a sweep, or at least I hope it won't be.
I also hope it won't be either because that means whoever sweeps is probably just going to sweep right on to the finals. And
Yeah.
as another team in this league, I really don't want that to happen.
Eh,
So, what are your predictions for this match today? What do you want to see from both these teams? Who do you want to see really show up, or who do you expect to be like the biggest issue for the other team to have to play around?
I mean, just looking at the Marshmallow Monsters, Poi just demands so much attention. I was talking to some of the Wendals earlier, and they're like, "We're just planning on ignoring them," and I was like, "Hey, he's gonna make you look at him no matter what he does. Like, you're not gonna be able to ignore him ever." Um, we'll see if the SR on the Wendell side is more towards that DPS line with Randy, that Pizza Pirates DPS player being there. Um, we'll see how like which one is able to just like sweep fights in any directions. Yeah.
Yeah, I think definitely the big thing to pay attention to this series, at least from my perspective, and I could be wrong. Hey, I'm only paid minimum wage here, all right. I
True.
think that the big takeaway for these two teams in particular are just how strong their support line is. I think
Yeah.
everyone else are huge playmakers. To be fair, you can't sleep
Hmm.
on any other players on these teams, but I think these have two of the best support lines in the league. And as we've seen earlier, and in my opinion, for Overwatch 2, I think if you're able to stay alive as a support, if you're able to get that value, have good positioning, and really just chunk out that healing, your team is going to win. So I really think it comes down to if Strudel on that Ana or Nudger on that Ana is going to be able to really shut down Akua and Teddy, or if Riddle's going to be able to pop out that extra damage, really put pressure on Poi, who so far has really been getting a lot of this attention by Strudel and Nudger. So I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to this. I'm I'm very excited. So again, big takeaways. Sorry, I'm so excited. I'm forgetting what words I'm saying. Big
Well, I
takeaways
think
as well.
this is the first season that Riddle and Strudel have not been on a team together, so we'll see how which one was actually carrying. That we'll see that matchup
Real.
show up here. Since they're
I
both
didn't
like
know
very
that.
similar SR, and similar hero pools, we'll kind of finally see the two flex supports duke it out, kind of.
Yeah, I think it's that I didn't know that. That's another big takeaway. It's the Strudel versus Riddle arc as well. Also, big shout out to Poke for being prod today. I don't think we mentioned that earlier,
Mm,
but we got the tank gang going on. So um,
main tank production.
let's go. Um,
God.
so you know what? We talked about the support line. Let's look at the DPS line. You brought up Akua already. Oh, and never mind. We're going in game. All right.
No.
Oh, good. So we are starting on Coliseum. What do you think both these teams need to do to really just get that momentum throughout this entire push map?
Push as a game mode is kind of just. I wouldn't say you can have comebacks, but winning that first fight is just so crucial. So they need to really just come out swinging with that game face and not lose this first fight. If
Mhm.
they do, it's going to be very hard to really shift that momentum back. But We'll see what look both these teams go out with here in a minute.
Yeah, I agree. I really think it's gonna be up to Seven and Poi and Sonic here, that kind of known for that aggressive divey play style, to really get into that backline of Riddle and Muffin. Really just try to get that early poke and just really start that kind of strong presence on the map. But we do see a pseudo similar look for both sides, both opting for the Baptiste Lucio. But there is a Reaper instead of a Sojourn. What do you think about that?
I think Reaper is really good against Zarya just because you can kind of burst those bubbles, but also Sojourn is just kind of one of the best DPSs in the game, so we'll just see how either of them is able to show up here.
So we do have fight starting out here. Capper forced to use an early bubble a little bit here. Both teams shooting out. Nuttier is going in. I think he's disconnected. Yeah, that's really unfortunate for the Marshmallow Monsters and not at all what you want to see. Seven falls quickly after with Akua going in that backline, like we said, just terrorizing that background. MJ does find Sonic as well on top. Strudel getting Akua in that final blow, but this is going to be a very fast, and whoever's the host needs to pause match.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, definitely a very early aggressive fight.
Not what we want to see starting off the match. Yeah, that's maybe Nutter didn't actually DC. He just called to go in and then rage quit. But I think he'll be back soon.
That is definitely a very unfortunate predicament for the Marshmallow Monsters. As you're saying, that first fight is just so important, and without that support, dying early, it really just allowed MJ and Akua to really just get into that backline for free. And oh no, it looks like the PC has been bricked. Oh, never mind. Okay.
Oh.
Wait. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll keep you posted, but definitely a very not fun start for the Marshmallow Monsters. Again, this is one of their probably their toughest, in my opinion, matchups in the regular season. So
you did say this might be a 3-0, so
yeah.
maybe if we keep this thing, we'll see. But as Nuttier does start joining back, so.
Another thing to point out, though, we did talk about this. Obviously, it was a little tough with the disconnect, and I think we will be starting again here soon. But just a quick thing to talk about: Teddy on the Sojourn over the Reaper has a lot more ult, and they're able to do that kind of poke style. You talked about the Reaper being able to blow up those bubbles, but right now Teddy able to get that distance damage off and is building up to that overclock pretty quickly.
Yeah, damage. If you're not able to even get in on the Reaper, you're kind of just gonna get poked down by that Sojourn look. Now they're able to just live, and now this team fight's probably gonna start up quick.
This is one of the harder points to contest on Coliseum with that double high ground going in. Randy in the backline though is on this bridge, looking for the pick onto Strudel, but Seven's there to protect him. Sonic, both DPS are now falling back to help. Finds Akua, and now it's a 5v4. Teddy does find Nuttier again. Riddle falling dangerously low. Are they able to get the kill? No! Caber turns around, is able to protect his support, finds Seven, and the Wendals are flipping this.
They really swung that fight beautifully there.
Grab committed by Poi. They're looking to try to get Caber, but he found Sonic on top of it. The Poi isn't able to do enough damage right now. They're so split. And Strudel falls, the lamp is just a little bit too late, and the Monsters, after committing a lot of grab and a lot of time to that fight, end up on the losing end.
That was a lot of back and forth there, and a lot of ults used by the Monsters, and that's not really where you want to come out, but you're gonna just have to take it on the chin here.
We are seeing Seven looking for that poke damage as well as Sonic on the top still, only halfway to that ult. Grab is committed by MJ, finds 3, Lamp is forced, and the window as well by both sides, forced to match. Muffin responds with an early beat. They're already down Teddy, so it did get ult cancelled on that overclock, and Seven does find Riddle, so it looks like this should be a fight win for the Marshmallow Monsters as Poi cleaning up in that front line.
That pick onto your early SR or high SR is just it's so saddening the moment you see Randy drop. Now everything's kind of a scramble for who can get a pick happen, make anything happen, as he kind of just fell over.
Yeah, and you know, it's really unfortunate because now all of the Wendals have to work with is this blade coming up. Of course, it is a Kua blade, so you can definitely see lots of happen. Riddle falls dangerously low, is getting pressured down by both Sonic and Seven, but they flip it and kill Sonic, and Riddle gets out alive. Bailed out by Muffin Lumps, and then here comes the blade by Seven, finds Muffin early, returned by Akua, but the Genji gap!
Oh
my god, he's going! No nano needed as Seven just finds 4 on the dry blade and pulls out both the blade and the early picks on Sojourn and Lucio by the Wendals. And now we can just see the push keep going.
The Widow swap here is quite questionable, I guess, but they do have ults still walking into this inside the monsters, so we'll see.
We do see the Widow on this backside looking to try to get these picks as the bridge is being contested, but it's Seven falls low, forced to use the deflect, but Sonic and Poi both have these big ults. Grab is committed, finds 3, they grab inside of it, gets the rest, and it's just Teddy now alive on the point.
They really cleaned up that fight well, just with a simple combo, and now they're kind of lucky there with
on the back end.
Oh, exiting frag there. They kind of got lucky with the cart going
There is the Prio spawn
under.
though, so Seven could be back pretty quick, but the Marshmallow monsters definitely need to play a little bit safe here, down that big DPS. They also only have window working up to, and into an opposite window by Riddle Dog, as well as the grab getting dangerously close by Cabber. Do you see the fight starting? Bubbles forced out by MJ early, both kind of just going for this poke look. Deflect is used, so Seven forced to play a little bit safe now, looking for that back end. Everyone's looking at him, forced to dash away. As MJ puts out that grab, gets 4, and the window is there. Sonic, though, finds MJ, this is just turning on its end. The rest of the team wasn't there. They weren't able to take advantage of that window, as Sonic, finding 3 that fight, looking for 4, is chasing Akua down, but he does have that Wraith to get away.
Really difficult to play aggressive there with that grab, especially whenever you have the Widow pick now. You cannot just like rush in, especially with a huge line from Strudel, keeping everyone alive in that.
Bubbles are forced out by both MJ and Poi. Both have 1 left. Nuttier has this beat to contest when this overclock comes out by Teddy. Cabber, though, separates out these supports, forces the beat by Nuttier to keep the supports alive, as Teddy on this side angle looking to get a pick. The lamp is forced out by Riddle Dog as Nuttier breaks it and is getting pressured down by Sonic and Seven in the backline. Sonic falls dangerously low again. He needs to get out. The supports can't really help him because MJ's just in the front side. Overclock is brought out, finds Poi, finds Seven. I know that this is just a play for time on cart. Good fight win by the Wendals. Strudel does find Akua on the back cap, so you will have a delayed spawn.
Another swap onto this a drunk rat look after the Widowmaker. I think going into this, they're just gonna have to play for this beat, as now they have both DPS ults and basically everything on the side of the monsters.
Yeah, we do have the Blade and the Blossom and the 4 ults on the side of the Marshmallow monsters though, but they do have this grab of their own, beat and window on the side of the beat is forced. The Blossom is there, gets the finishing picks onto Riddle Dog. As well as they keep going, Poi's able to keep going. They used 7 picked off early by Teddy with that headshot. Akua also finding Sonic. There's no DPS for the side of these Marshmallow monsters, but there's no one in general for the side of the Wendals, so definitely a good fight.
They just kind of, it's too many DPS ults, too much damage for that beat to really come out that early. They're kind of be forced to retreat here, as those 2 exiting frags kind of just secure them the fight anyway.
Yeah, that definitely maybe a little bit of a premature beat, but okay, now faced with a window, the grab comes out, almost deflected. They do force the lamp, as oh my gosh, Sonic in the backline gets Caber and almost kills Akua as well. Poi breaks a tire, isn't able to do anything. Seven, meanwhile, pulls the blade, gets 2, chasing down Muffin. Will he get it? Will he get him? Muffin! Oh, we'll find the finishing pick on Muffin. But that is all the ults that the Marshmallow Monsters had. Poi is already back up to 70 in just the span of one fight. Nundier as well builds up that beat. There's nothing on the side of the Wendals right now to really fight back. Bubbles used by Kyber. Poi a little bit out of condition. Has to be saved by the Lucio. 7 in trouble, got slorbed, looking to find these picks. Sonic Chronic on Akua. Akua forced to dash away, not able to go in that backline now. And honestly, I think the Marshmallow Monster should just be playing back, play a little safe. Akua goes in, aggressive dash, Lamp is forced out by Riddle Dog. Poi has the grab, catches Caber. They're looking for it, Can they get the pick? No! They get out, the window is a lot by Riddle Dog, but everyone's low on their team, they need to play safe. Oh, but they all live. Riddle with that insane healing. Muffin gets caught by 7. He's going in, but he gets Caber. Strudel falls, and he's does Teddy get out? No, Poi does get Teddy. Now it's just Akua versus World. Is he going to be able to either live? Nope. And this is looking really good for the Marshmallow Monsters. They have the Blossom, they're close to Blade, they have both support ults, and all they're facing down is this overclock by Teddy. And I think that'll be it. That'll be map 1 going to the Marshmallow Monsters.
The closeout, they kind of almost come back there as they did lose first, so.
Yeah, for sure. And
again, anyway,
really well done by them to be in that losing position. And of course, play of the game goes to 7. This guy, no stranger to seeing them, of course, especially on this Genji pick. So, oof. Just some great play. We do see just the Mill City Monsters being able to do that comeback of that all-important first fight like you talked about is just absolutely incredible. So,
yeah, I've only been in the league since season 3. What map comes after that? Wait, it's hybrid, maybe.
Yep.
Hybrid, yeah, definitely. I knew that.
Also, hang on. I need to swap the sides of the teams here. I think they were on the wrong side. So for anyone confused at home, that was the Marshmallow Monsters who ended up winning, even though they were on the wrong sides. But yeah, what changes do you want to see the Wendals make?
It's hard to be super aggressive against them. I think kind of just going more onto a diva look and diving with your Genji instead of a Zarya might work a little bit better. Maybe even Monkey. You could. I mean, they could just go Kings as it is hybrid. That's a fan favorite, but I don't think Kings is probably the play, especially with Sonic Onyx showing up on that Reaper guy. I think that's only going to play to the monster's strengths. But
they do decide to go for King's Row. So what do you want to see by each team?
I love King's Row. I want to see a Reinhardt mirror, but I know we're not going to see that. So I'm hoping that we just I think Randy's going to come out on that Widow and try and get some picks early. I would love to see that instead of just a Genji mirror and the same thing from both sides. I think both teams might actually benefit better from an Ana from this map, depending on what they play on the tank role. Like, I want to see that Diva and then maybe an Ana instead. So
yeah,
as both these guys have these crazy Ana players, may as well just put them on it.
So I'm wondering as well, and this could be a potential future decision, right? If you know the dive isn't working very well. MJ obviously no slouch on the tank. He was doing really well last round. He was staying pretty even with Poi for the most part. I wonder if you ever swap him and Randy, the tank and the DPS, right? Because again, MJ also, both of them very flexible, right? Able to play any of the roles at a really good, strong level. And like you said, I don't know how comfortable MJ is with that diva. I obviously, as most people know, he was that ball player for a long time.
Ball guy. Yeah.
Though of course, again, no slouch on the Zarya, no slouch on the Rhine. Again, I wonder if you make that swap, have MJ on that DPS, which he played really well last season, by the way. No bias, I promise. And then just have Randy take up that tank roles. Again, very scary diva player. Maybe try to pressure down Poi easier. Get those early picks. Just pressure really hard on that tank. And I don't know. That's just something to consider.
I think that's probably what I would do in the circumstance, just as King's Row. I feel like if the Zarya is like, no knock on the Zarya, I don't think it was a Zarya diff or anything. Obviously, both of them played really well, but if Diva's like working better, you might want to just shift the SR and look similar and just try and out calm them because they were playing really well together. I just think, yeah, that Diva might look a little bit scarier.
So we do see the swap Skycer in for 7. Of course, 7 showing off really well first round, but again, Skycer no slouch either on the DPS role. We saw them show up a lot in the previous matches for the Marshmallow Monsters, and it looks like we're heading in. No swaps here for the Wendals. So we'll see how this.
They are content.
Oh, I accidentally went in DLC. Okay, wait, we're good. Sorry. So if you are, Caber27, do you bring out the Rhine? Just try to beat him in Brawl. You don't think Poi is going to play that Rhine? Obviously he can, but he's shown that he's very comfortable on that Zarya. So he is on the Zarya here. So we'll definitely see.
I would trying Rhine. I just don't think I against Zarya and then like the way they're playing, it's not really worth playing. They're just you're just not gonna be able to get on anybody. They're just gonna run away kind of thing.
Yeah.
Even on this defense look. Actually, I guess it could work on the defense instead. I think that's where it's a little bit stronger. But
I guess that they bring up an interesting point in chat, by the way, of because Mei is currently not in the game mode, Ryan is just significantly a little bit weaker, because you'd like to have that Mei with you to really catch out those other tanks. But the match starts, early bubble from Poi here, trying to get that energy as they push forward. The Slorb comes out by Teddy, gets a little bit of poke here, but MJ, Sonic Akua looking for these picks in the background. Doesn't catch out Sonic, but he's able to fade away. And it looks like that early strategy of the Wendals outplay split pseudo paying off. There's a lot of ground being able to take by Poi right now as he's able just to kind of walk up on MJ. He's kind of alone with Teddy up on the top left and Akua just trying to find these picks on the back line, but just really well done by the by the Marshmallow Monsters to give his team as well as Poi gets first blood, killing Riddle, and that's a really big pick as now the Marshmallow Monster is going to be able to just walk forward, put pressure on this backline as now there's no main support here, or main healer. As Muffin then falls, that's a late pick off too, so now it's forced to MJ trying to contest as long as he can. We'll get found by Skycer in that backline with the Ashe, as a pretty quick cap comes through by the Marshmallow Monsters.
A lot of damage coming in from the Wendals, but never able to really confirm a kill as Strudel and Nuttier just are able to stay alive, keep Skycer alive, loop them away from them with that coach gun. The Reaper just unable to really close off that, but they do have a lot of damage and a lot of ults, so they might be able to hold this archways.
Yeah, we do see the Dynamite committed. Doesn't find anything yet. The bubble is there by MJ to quickly debuff that damage. Grab comes out by both teams. The lamp, however, is there. Windows committed as well. We got an ult fight going on, baby. Akua does have that Death Blossom, pops it first, finds Nuttier and Sonic Chronic, but Poi in the background finds Riddle and Muffin Lumps, as Muffin gets the finishing blow on Poi as well. It looks like a quick flip by the Wendals.
Ulting first pays off, guys. That's what we learned.
Yeah, well, Sonic didn't have that Blossom yet. With Sonic kind of playing in that more aggressive style with Poi, as Akua was, like you said, trying to chunk out the backline, not finding the picks, but was able to get a lot of damage and build that ult faster. So he was able to have it just mere seconds before Sonic does. So really smart of Akua to really just launch that first, and then where there was no response by Sonic able to be made. But they are now only at overclock and a beat in the face of a Bob and a Blossom and Window on the side of the Marshmallow monsters. So beat is committed by Muffin Lumps early there to try to get this aggression going, but Poi catches out Muffin. He maybe got a little bit too aggressive for his own good. As Sonic now pops the ult, finds Riddle Dog, helps get the kill on Akua and MJ as well, and now the Marshmallow Monsters using this advantage to really quickly push out.
Was very lost during that whole fight as they tried beating in to save Randy in the backline or Akua in the backline. He didn't get the beat as they just kind of were able to walk in. The beat wore off, unable to really confirm a kill there because they were still trying to get one of their players out. It's just a whole mess of a team fight there.
Yeah, and you're seeing the Wendals are kind of crumbling a little bit here. They're not really sure what they want to do. Akua gets caught out early again, forced to Wraith as the communication on the side of the Marshmallow Monster is able to call out where he was, and Poi just being a monster right now finds 4 if you include the lamp. And once again, already has this grab 20% faster than MJ does. And this high ground is now free for this Ashe and Reaper as well, so they're able to just sit up here, get that poke damage onto the Widow and Sojourn. Well, obviously, you know, no, you know, big threats of their own, but it's gonna be so hard to now push against this oppressive Zarya with these 2 long-range hit scans. Grab is committed. Akua does find Skystar in the background, but Poi, once again, finding Muffin early, and MJ falls really fast. Riddle's now in trouble with Sonic on top of him, and Akua does find Strudel, but the cart is just moving.
Not going to be able to contest here as the Widowmaker on the cart stalls for 2 seconds. And they are back. Oh!
Almost back.
Almost
MJ
back.
giving a little bit of a helping hand.
Huge boot by Nuttier.
And yeah, that, you know, I think the Wendals really need to sit back and reassess what they're trying to do here, because clearly this Reaper Zarya comp isn't working very well. There just isn't the finishing power that they need with this kind of split team fight style.
It was very difficult to take back that momentum after that first loss on first. They kind of just were able to snowball it and pull out on top. They even tried taking back fights with a really fast beat engage, but it just wasn't able to take back or get them on the attacking end of fights. It was more like they were just reacting with their ults half the time. Well, trying to take it back, but they do swap onto Ashe instead of that Reaper or Widowmaker. So,
So yeah, we do see now they're trying to go for this. You know, I don't really like this. They're going for this poke DPS style with a brawl-centric support line. They just need to choose what they want to do here and really just fight as a team with that mentality, right? If you're going to keep trying just splitting on these ideas, neither of them are really going to work, I don't think.
yeah, you can tell the monsters are just kind of set in their ways with what they run, which, I mean, if it works, it works, so let's just run it till it doesn't, and then swap. Oh, a ball comes out.
Ball appearance by Caber27.
The ball guy goes ball.
Yeah, characters he's really well known for. Maybe, as well as the Randy Echo, which is definitely terrifying to play against. Oh no, never mind, he goes back to Ashe. So maybe just some of these comfort picks coming out now. Maybe the Wendals. Oh, Akua already getting pressured really soon by Skystar and Sonic in this backline, and Poi flushing all around. They're flipping the map. Caber does find Skystar, which is a really big pick for the Wendals here. He's keeping the aggression, but Poi finds Teddy, and now it's just the ball in the Ashe against the world. On really Strudel, but really good peel by Nuttier, keeping Strudel alive right now. Able to boot back the ball on that heals, playing a really good job at keeping his main healer alive. As again, Poi meanwhile in the backline just doing damage, and Sonic now on top, punishing this ball who's playing a little out of position. Oh, they're all right. They're all right. We do have mines incredibly soon for MJ, as well as Gate by Riddle on the side of the Wendals. So this should be a pretty one fight. They aren't really close to anything on the side of the Marshmallow monsters other than Gate. But that pick out of Muffin Life is definitely not what you want to see if you are the Wendals. They commit the gate. They decide it's winnable. They have the mines and the gate going. They get Strudel. He dives to a mine, and it's looking winnable. Skyster though, ooh, with the critical headshot on Akua. It's looks like the Marshmallow Monsters will win this. Yep, they find Muffin being a little bit too aggressive. MJ with a slam does find Nuttier as well. Traded 1-for-1, but Poi finds Teddy. That's all the damage gone for the side of the Marshmallow, or for the side of the Wendals.
These comfort picks and really going to just like kind of ignore that Zarya and just pester that backline is really kind of paying off for them, but not winning fights as Boy does. Whenever he doesn't get looked at, just stay alive.
Muffin playing really aggressive again, gets caught in that slorb and just dies. Nuttier commits the beat when the Bob comes out. As Caber finds Sonic Chronic, that's tough. You're losing that Blossom, but Strudel doing a great job keeping his team alive, and it's just looking like the Marshmallow Monsters are, you know, losing point. Oh no, the grab comes through. Oh my gosh, what a grab by Boy. I'd say single-handedly wins them that fight there.
Oh yeah, definitely. That was a huge grab. Kind of just like stalking them on the backline, all forced to drop because they're scared of that high charge Zarya, and just into his clutches. Then you're not going any farther. You're staying right here, and just cleans up their fight.
And now we do see the mines and the overclock ready for the Wendals, but a big sleep by Strudel forces MJ to have to reassess where he's coming in, as they're faced with a Blossom and an overclock of their own. Skyster pops it first, looking for the kills as Teddy with the response, trying to find a pick. Skyster wins the duel though, kills Teddy as Poi and Sonic both just going in, finding these picks, and Strudel with the anti-nade finish on MJ. And it's not looking great for the Wendals. They're trying to play these just comfort picks, but they're not playing together. Something that they were so good at in previous matches.
A little loss coming into this, but I think these comforts should be able to pay off. But I don't think Ashe is the comfort for Akua. I don't see why.
See, with the early pick on Skyster, it looks good. They have the gate to follow up, but Poi finds Akua. That's a big damage source that now isn't there. Bob as well builds up, but isn't able to use it. Both beats come out from both sides here, but no one's falling with the gate. Teddy gets killed by Sonic, and it looks like the Marshmallow Monster is gonna clutch it out as Poi finds Riddle and Muffin, and I think that's just gonna be it. Bob, sole contester on point right now, as MJ also falls, and Poi once again finding that final blow. Wow. Very dominant by the Marshmallow Monsters. They really just made the Wendals. I mean, I'm making an assumption, which is terrible. But if I'm on the Wendals right now, I'm thinking that my team is just lost, right? They have no idea how to break this shell that the Monsters are able to have out here. Just have this raw power and presence, and it's just, all right, let's throw it at the board, see if it works. But it's just not.
Probably what they're gonna have to do with these next lineups, at least. Gonna have to swap something around, change something up just slightly, or at the very least just pick a map that really favors something that you gotta find a weakness here in the Monsters. There's nothing else to it. You just can't. If you're not winning that neutral of mirror, and you're not winning even your comfort picks, you gotta find something that just kind of use that.
I think the Wendals are down someone.
Wait.
They're the person they normally have rotating with Muffin. Who is that? I have to double check. Sorry, I don't know the rosters by heart yet.
Flomdog.
Flomdog is missing, and that is actually a big missing component for them, since Flomdog is normally the person who is on for most of these maps, with Muffin choosing to come in on the chummy wummy buff every once in a while, right? So
the double dog support does make this team like a cohesive unit, one would say. That real dog support line that got the dog in them.
Real. I wanted to see. So we're going to escort. I want to see Randy and MJ swap, I think. If
I
I'm
want
up
to
in,
see. Yeah, I want to see random just swap, and I want to see like a Gibraltar look. Actually, no. We really did see like Poi never die on Diva on Gibraltar. Not even like maybe once that entire map. So maybe that's not the best place to go. But maybe like Dorado
I'm
might be a
thinking a
better
Rialto.
idea. Rialto,
I'm thinking a Rialto.
maybe.
Well, they go Gibraltar, so you know what?
Yeah, I kind of did predict that Gibby was where they was gonna go, but
So,
I don't like it because Poi on that Diva is just gonna be so scary,
well,
especially.
you know, I already talked. And you know, just on cue, Flom Dog does come in. I wonder if maybe they were doing
He's
something, but
the clutch factor
the
right now
clutch
showing
factor
up.
coming in. But I did talk about the cool ready swap, but I also have some insider information. So,
Insider
in case people
information.
didn't know, both Teddy and Seven are both on the UW Madison collegiate team with me. And
Oh,
before Overwatch 2 came out, Seven was a Doomfist extraordinaire. Like I'd say
oh
if when he's on Doomfist, he is as good as Bonesy. And I don't say that lightly.
my.
He is incredibly good at the character. So I'm wondering, do you put Seven on the Doomfist and Poi on the DPS just for shits and giggles?
I mean, you're up to Bones is about to come out of retirement after hearing that. Um, I I think both teams could swap it around and it'd still be pretty. Actually, it'd probably benefit the Wendals a lot if they did that, but I don't see them really changing anything on this upper half of their roster, especially with that tank line Cambridge kind of locked in there.
Yeah.
Um,
We
I
do
think
see
a
Seven coming back in
Wensleydale
for
would be
Skycer, by
better.
the way. So not on
Oh,
the tank,
not on the tank.
unfortunately, but
Maybe.
on the DPS. But still, the Genji from him,
Oh, the Genji
very
is
very good.
like a nutcase.
Um,
Jeez.
so I want to know, they do have Flom Dog coming in for Muffin. Of course, again with the new rules, players do have to give playtime on their at least one game if they make it. Skycer as well though coming in for Nuttier. So a new look I think for the Marshmallow monsters.
I
Um,
think from what I
I
know
mean they
about
normally
Skycer,
have
a very
Skycer playing
well-rounded
around.
player too. Yeah, he
Yeah.
kind of just goes everywhere a little bit, except for like
I think
Boys World.
can I believe that's still a legal roster because, like I said, Nutty are very good about making sure his team is legal. But
Mr.
um,
Numbers, Mr.
yeah,
Knowledge.
because I think Skycer is lower than him on support, so that should be fine.
Yeah.
And then again,
Yeah,
Flomdog coming in for
definitely.
Muffin, but the rest staying the same for the Wendals. I really think they needed to make some sort of change as we see Poi on this diva, the character that he is known for. So
They really did just win 2 maps and said, "Let's go Echo Mercy." Okay. Strudel saying, "Yeah, I'll be the Mercy." Like, okay. You know, I didn't want that. I didn't want to see that at all. I wanted to see funny comps, especially when you're up 2. But I guess they are not losing this at all.
they want to make a statement today. They want to say,
I
listen,
understand.
this other team has gone 3-0 against both of their other matches as well as us. We're gonna keep our streak alive.
Jeez.
7 on this Hanzo. I don't normally see him play this very much, so we'll see how this goes. Sonic as well on the Echo again, something I don't normally see him on. Oh, and there's the Genji. We do have Akua on the Reaper again, as well as the Lucio Kiriko support line that they tried last map, but right now just both teams kind of poking in that top high ground, but that's gonna benefit the Echo like 9 times out of 10 as they're able to just get that further poke, do more damage. A huge anti-nade by Skycer enables 7 to look for a kill, but he has to get out, forces the deflect, doesn't find anything. Akua, meanwhile, in trouble, is forced to Wraith as 7 looks forward, and Flomdog finds a pick on Sonic Chronic, forces the res early as 7 falls dangerously low, and the Marshmallow Monster's showing a little bit of blood here.
We're gonna kind of just push this cart under. It's really hard to break this upper hold without committing every single thing. So that Anna's not gonna be able to get up there and really support you. So they're probably gonna have to rotate her up to that left.
We can
ground
see,
as
by
they
the
are
way,
right
Riddle
now.
Dog almost 90% to that gate. So a very powerful ult, and another big anti by Skyster. Akua is 1 HP, gets picked off by Poi, and now the Marshmallow monsters smell the blood. They're going in, finding these picks. Seven's finds Riddle Dog early. That was the gate that they needed. MJ finds Strudel in the air, but now he's caught out. Just him and the Lucio on this cart as Poi and Seven now diving on him, looking to find these kills. And Sonic as well, they're just getting these stagger kills as FlamboJambo falls very late into the fight. Caber forced to fall back, but he's in trouble. Oh, what a pick by Teddy! Gate is committed just to try to recollect their thoughts here. Akua swapping to the Echo. Riddle finds Skyster, and they're flipping it! Huge picks by Riddle, finding 2, finding 3.
Who heard the challenge and swapped onto this Echo pick? You know, that Genji and an immediate swap off from the enemy team. That was a really great recontest there, able to like keep your diva alive and not get teamed back to that whole time. It will enable them to just take that back.
Definitely a really smart use of gate there, but now you have the Nano Blade. They don't have beat yet, so if they go right now and do this Nano Blade, I think the the Wendals are in trouble, and there it goes. They have it going, but FlamboJambo built that beat in the time. He finds Akua, and he finds FlamboJambo, who was looking for that beat. The bomb comes out by Caber just to try to contest point, but I think it's a little bit too late as now Riddle gets caught out. MJ's alone just giving this ult charge to Sonic and Strudel, who whipped out the Glock. So that was 3 ults from the side of the Marshmallow monsters as they abandoned point, but they're going back now. Akua will have this dupe. Teddy has the overclock as well as FlamboJambo now having that beat. Really, you know, I was saying he had that beat, but I think he was currently being pressured by 7. So I'm kind of happy he didn't beat because I feel like that would have been an Ajax waiting to happen. And oh, 7 maybe got a little bit ego there. As Randy now up on this high ground, uncontested Poi seeking, looking to get him out. The Suzu comes out by Riddle, and now they have 4 ults to the 2. So definitely can bit of an uphill battle here for the Marshmallow monsters to really get value on this point. But oh, okay, Akua once again finds 7.
Maybe a lot slower.
Very good at
the that high ground.
Sonic finds Akua there. That's the starting pick that you definitely want to have. Pops the visor, looking for FlamboJambo, doesn't find it. He's looking, and they're just playing perfectly behind the doorway. Oh no! In the meantime, though, Caber gets caught out because the rest of his team is forced to hide from that visor, and now the Marshmallow monsters once again pouncing, and they won the fight. But you know, the Wendals just didn't use anything.
Just a huge zoning visor that actually won a fight, like no joke. It just kind of enabled them to just not be able to back up to that safer like spaceship high ground, and they just had to stay in. And then they didn't pop any ults, so they weren't proactive.
Overclock used by Teddy, but Akua is the first to fall by Poi, catching him out in the air. Puts up the bomb, won't find anything, but able to now stay alive. The gate is committed by Riddle Dog. They think it's winnable. They're still fighting. Both gates used now, as everyone's fighting the massive blue and orange. And oh, Teddy gets caught by Strudel after a big anti by Skyster, and Poi on the backline, just finding these picks, just trying to find out Akua over and over, and it's just working. Oh, big purple once again by Skyster just enables this blade by 7 as he finds 2 more. Looking for this Kiriko. Will he find on the Sojourn? Won't get the final. But that is the point now for the Marshmallow monsters. Forces out 3 of the ults from the side of the Wendals at the cost of 3 of their own as well. Or 4 of their own, sorry. So they're still just keeping up this pressure, doing what they do best of just really... Ooh, and once again, Akua finding 7 early there with the Echo. They forces the dupe. They're looking for blood, trying to get these finishing blows, as they will find Sonic off the back of it as well. Trying to find Skyster, both divas on him. They commit the bomb. Oh, it doesn't. Wow, really well played by Poi and Strudel to stay alive. Strudel will fall eventually, but 7 now on the recontest kills Akua. So if the Marshmallow monsters go fast, they can probably get some value here with that late pick. Akua, of course, now swapping back to the Widow, deciding he cannot do more.
Really, just the monsters like being able to decide that hey, we can just lose this fight, and now we're coming back. We're gonna win this next one. And now they're just going in, and now they have these ults ready.
Yeah, and look how split both teams are playing right now. Seven seeing Akua finds the pick early, follows up with Teddy. That's both DPS now dead for the side of the Wendals. Is now Caber alone in the front with the 2 supports, but it's a 4 versus 3. A big purple by Skycer. Oh my god, he's been insane with it today. The bomb comes out, won't find anything as Poi catches out FlamboJambo, and FlamboJambo still has that beat.
A huge purple, and then the better trade of backlines is like, Seven was able to just follow into the backline instead of like, you know, Riddle Dog.
Boy commits
Over the pump of that.
Oh, he catches Teddy. The gates are put out by both teams here as they're now fighting. Seven dangerously low. Has to be healed up by Skycer and Strudel. And the visor though by Sonic finding Akua. Poi on the follow-up catches Riddle. And they're just flipping the point again. And it looks like it's just going to be a cap here. As Seven pops the blade, just holding the team in base. The beat by FlamboJambo is there, as him and Skycer now on point, as well as Riddle with a teleport. Will fall early by Seven, looking for these picks. Will also find FlamboJambo as Teddy falls to the D.Va on point. And it's just a stagger and a half here for the, as they're trying to get as much time as they can here. As Riddle with a really good Suzu actually, saves another couple seconds. Oh, wait, they're still contesting.
No.
But they will eventually
get
cap
very low, a lot lower than what I thought it was.
Yeah, definitely.
It's capable, definitely.
Definitely.
I thought they had a lot more time on their hands.
Yeah. Showing a little strength here by the Wendals, showing that they're not going to go down without a fight. As a lot of really good picks by Akua, catching out Seven early. A lot of these fights, I think Seven's playing a little over aggressive with his. Obviously, you know, it's always good to be aggressive, but I think with that Kiriko Ana trying to be that far forward and just get those picks, maybe not always the best decision, but they're making it work. They are still. It's about 50-50 for him and Akua both between dying first in fights. So. You know, I'm gonna give him the credit. He's playing as well as I think his counterpart on this in this series.
I love the Torbjorn pick here, especially on defense. I'm a huge fan of that. I think that's just it would deny like any of the shenanigans that they decide to pull, especially like now they have their own Echo Mercy. But we'll see if they'll probably just be able to break it. But
yeah, again though,
the guy actually played.
The Akua Echo is nothing to scoff at. As we saw, this has probably been the best performance so far by the Wendals, and I think a lot of that is just due to Akua Echo. So we'll see how well this works on attack. With the early scout out by Gaber 27 here, does find Poi. They're going a little bit even right now. Are able to take this space really early, and that is the benefit of hiring these high mobility characters against this Torbjorn, right? Torbjorn able to be bursted down by this Sojourn so quickly, and all this space is being given as Strudel finds Teddy with that Kiriko headshot. That is a lot of damage that you don't want to be facing. On follow-up though by Caber, able to protect his team. The turret gets FlamboJambo really low. Caber though in trouble. Has tried to get away. Oh, and what a save by Riddle to keep Caber alive, but Akua now had to lose the Mercy as the rest of his team was missing. Bio Grenade just misses as Marshmallow Monsters still holding. Oh no! FlamboJambo wasn't with him. Randy falls quite early with the turret, and a big sleep onto Teddy. Oh.
It was too unfortunately that Akua is just like breaking LOS with his Mercy quite often, and they were chasing each other around for a while, so if they can stick together he'll be able to play more aggressive, but they've been kind of just forced back with a little bit of miscommunication there. But
oh, Strudel, another headshot. Strudel playing really well today. Seven looking for a final blow on the Mercy. Isn't able to quite find it as Teddy finds the Ana in the background. That Slorb doing a lot of damage. Gaber trying to get this follow-up, pushing up. Is able to make the Marshmallow Monsters fall back a little bit, but facing a lot of damage by the side of the oh no, no, and Kua gets domed again. Flamdog has the res, commits at both gates now, used Poi finds Flamdog in the background, and 7 finds Sunny as well, but Akua finds Sonic. So even fight right now, but for both sides. But it's looking like the Marshmallow Monsters coming back on top still. Akua, meanwhile, in the background, no one's helping the Ana, but he lives. Strudel with an insane teleport. Suzu, they get Akua and D-Mech and Caber, so now they're forced to fall back as the Marshmallow Monsters are now able to retain all of that space that they had just lost.
They are dying on this high ground. They used everything and did not move, and as you saw, they tried contesting it and lost, and they didn't gain any card progress from it. So if they would have pushed that card under, they might have dropped onto you, and at least they wouldn't have just died on that hill and lost that fight without any progress. So.
We do have
now, let's see them.
4 ults coming up here for the side of the Wendals against the 4 ults on the side of the Marshmallow Monsters. They do have that Nano Blade ready to go as Sonic, once again, early pick on Akua. This is just really disastrous. Poi once again finds Flamdog. Oh no, and Skyster Nano Strudel. The Strudel's just going. Teddy does find 7, so that is a late pick for the side of the Marshmallow Monsters. That's definitely going to hurt him a little bit. So maybe you have to give up just a little bit of space here. But they don't want to. They're sticking on this high ground.
Well, I think the banking of bolts here might serve as a strategy on the side of the Wendals, but they also have
Bomb comes out early by Caber, trying to get. Oh my gosh, what a bomb! Finds Sonicronic, forces the D-Mech, as Poi then forced to do his own bomb. Oh, the crush gets riddled! Oh, and 7 got Akua. Teddy now. 7 using the blade finds Teddy looking for the Mercy. Won't be able to get it as he forces the Valk though. So now it's just the Mercy and the D.Va against the D.Va Genji Kiriko side here. So definitely, wow, what a fight. And 10 seconds left only for the side of the Wendals.
Little Dog does get out alive. They do have 2 ults still. They didn't use everything.
He comes out as well as the Cum. Akua finding the pick on Sonic. Oh, what the Cum finds 2! Oh, Akua has the blade, finds Strudel, finds Skyster. He's saying he's not done with this match yet. The gate comes out. They're fighting on this card for their life. Overtime is clicking. Poi finds Caber 27, the D.Va differential right now. As the fight's still going though. With Akua finding 3 that fight. Poi now forced to come back to point. It's just him and Sonic trying to contest as they find Akua, and now it's just Riddle on the point with that Suzu. Gate is committed. He's getting pressured by this D.Va, and the Slurp comes out by Teddy as well. He's trying to help his teammate. Flamdog makes it, rates in with his healing, but isn't enough, and the Marshmallow Monsters with the sweep.
That's so heart-wrenching. You did say it would either be a 3-0 or a map 5, so.
And once again, 7 with the play of the game. Wow.
7 showed up to play. Showed up to win.
I did say it would either be a 3-0 or a 3-2. And you know what? I'm very sad it was a 3-0. But the Marshmallow Monsters are definitely not. They're hitting the showers tonight, feeling good.
They played insanely well together and just really a force to be reckoned with, especially going up against another team that really had those, like, what's supposed to do with the big boys, but they are not, gonna even drop a map to them, so.
Yeah, so, Yeetmeister, your team still has to play them, right?
No, we played them.
Oh no, you did last week.
We played them last week,
right.
And we had some ringers. So like, I think we'll see them in playoffs.
That's right. We did talk about that. Yeah.
Sure. Surely.
So, I would be very scared if you have not played the Marshmallow Monsters. I'm not in that division, so we won't have to play them until playoffs. So. To anyone in that division, good luck. To the, Wendals, you guys had a really great showing the first 2 weeks. Today, it was definitely pretty close. I think you guys I think there just needed to be maybe a little bit more adaptations, but it's so hard to do against this team that just has 0 weaknesses.
A very just strong roster. It's very hard to find anything that you could exploit. Like, it's not there.
Yeah, so I know who I want to give the MVP to. Of course, so I'm biased. So Yeet, who would you like to who do
I
you think
think
really played out of their gourd?
7 popped off. And I think, I mean, I could just say Poi, but like I want to say like 7. You know.
I also want to give it to 7
All
because
right.
again, biased, definitely not at all, but um hang on. So let's invite him in for an interview.
They're gonna
We'll go
drag him in
into.
here,
Wait, can we
or we can
drag?
do
Do we
that.
have power, or we can go in?
Someone's gonna drag him in here for me. Let me just I'm gonna yell at them to join a call. Uh, or we can just go to another call and just ping them. That'd be actually easier. Never mind.
Okay, let's do that. Let's go into team with Ringer 2.
All right.
All right, we're winning here.
H.
All right, 7. Hello.
Hello.
Great series today. How are you feeling?
Better than expected. I was not confident going in. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Especially after
I
first fight when I inted my brains out, and then also Nuttier PC just like fell over.
Yeah, that
yeah.
was definitely tragic
You guys had a
to see.
rocky start, but I bet you're confident now. At least, like, you played amazing.
Yeah, sure.
Well, we were talking, right? Because again, you're new to the league. Not a lot of people know you very well. You got shoutouts by both Poi and Strudel both times before when they got match MVP as well. So um, definitely always playing well above your listed SR, and today you really showed that, really kind of putting in the work against Akua, really a well-known player in this league, and you guys were keeping even or better than him in a lot of these fights. So um, from your standpoint, what do you think really helps to lead your team to the success in these fights? Who's really making these decisions um, in game?
Okay, so Poi is Tank Jesus. Okay, so Poi, and then also you cannot physically die with our backline. So I mean, like people say my play is good, but also like it's not because my play is actually good. It's because I physically cannot die unless I'm actually inting. So
And I would agree. One of the things we were talking about at the start of this match today, um, was about the two backlines of these two teams today, and how we think that both of them are probably two of the best backlines in the league right now. So again, with that Scuddier Nuttier or Sky, sorry, Skycer Nuttier Strudel backline, right? And you talk about how you really felt that. I guess the question is, what is your team afraid of? Because I don't even know like how you guys lose. Like I'm thinking, and maybe you aren't allowed to leak, but
well, I can't leak because we don't have strats. That's the thing.
Oh, that's actually a huge idea right there. That's a huge strat. Everyone might want to write that one down.
Write that down.
You write it down quickly.
Yeah.
Alright.
I don't know. It's kind of funny seeing VODs when people are like, "Oh yeah, the coordination and communication of Mill City," right? But like, we're talking about ass. So
That's really what ties a team together anyway. So
real.
we got the
Actually, you
we
got the
got the
mental
same
boost.
we're on the same wavelength of ass. Therefore, we're on the same wavelength of everything else. That's just how it goes.
So I have one more question before the El Clasico. Do you have anything you would like to ask as well?
I think you got everything out from me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have one more question before we crank it out to the El Clasico. So I might have leaked earlier that you are a very proficient Doomfist player, and
Oh.
that's kind of how I met you
Yep.
with our varsity team. Will we ever see the Yak Attack tank come in?
Probably not because Poi tanked Jesus. So
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, so something we'll have to wait until maybe a future season then, maybe. And then do you want to take it away with El Clasico?
All
uh,
right.
what is that? What's El Clasico?
If you weren't MVP and you had to pick someone from your team to really take that role from you, who would you choose?
Can I choose two?
Sure, man.
Sure.
All right, we go. Wait, can I choose three?
You can choose.
You,
No,
you,
you
you,
can't choose three.
no,
Sorry,
no, we're
it's
limiting
against
it
the
to two.
rules.
All right, I'm choosing three anyways. Okay, my backline and Poi. Poi because tank Jesus, and backline because backline. It's like the whole I need
Okay.
healing thing on Genji. Every time I press X, it's there.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Seven. Of course, it's always a pleasure to watch you play or play with you. We're
you.
looking forward to seeing you guys next week. And we're really trying to see, can your team bleed? It's still 9-0 on maps right now, so
Oof.
very insane.
Ooh.
I'm FlamboJambo, here with Yeetmeister as my co-caster, and big thanks to Poke as well on prod today. Couldn't do it
Ooh.
without him. So, thanks everybody for
Ooh.
watching, and we'll see you in future matches.